Can't control man. Hence, you control the world through man. You walk into the world with these techniques, and it just makes your life much, much easier. When you become the best version of yourself, you become the leader. He thinks this is love, infatuation. It's a strategy which you did. Making anyone to fall for you, to fall in love with you, it's a strategy. It's not a miracle. He thinks that it's a love. But in fact, secret agents using these neuropsychological techniques to make anyone to fall in love. And it always works. It's not magic, it's neuropsychology. Many women suffer when their partner loses an interest with them and they don't want to continue a relationship anymore. How to make anyone to be interested in you and how to make them to be intrigued. Same as secret agents do. They use mysteriousness, they use intrigue techniques to stimulate this relationship, to make it more interesting and beautiful and more exciting. What is the art of seduction? For secret agents, the art of seduction is a few components together, which are emotional swings, dopamine hormone, and stimulation. Also, programming brain techniques. How does it work? Let me explain you here right now. So, emotional swings. It's almost like cold and warm. When you are very lovable and very love bombing in the beginning, and then your target, the person you like, does something wrong or doesn't do something what you asked. For example, he forgot about your date, he forgot to call, or he did forget something and you didn't like it, even though he promised and whatever. And then you can become cold. You wouldn't reply to text messages straight away. You wouldn't pick up the call. You would text just, I'm busy. I'll talk to you later. When? Next week, for example. Not like tomorrow, later, today. No, next week. I'm busy. So, of course, your target thinks like, I did something wrong. Why is she like that? Why is she behaving like this? She's cold. So this is emotional swings. And then she tries harder. And then again, you become warmer. You let him to come to you or then take your hand or like go for a date or do something else. So this is emotional swings. And this is also circle of hell techniques, which I actually mentioned in the podcast To Die For. And a lot of you ask me about this technique. What is it exactly? So if you want to know all the details, you can go and check the website rozaclub.com. I speak about it. But just to say you here, it's a very powerful manipulative technique. So when you use it very wisely and very accurate. But it's very powerful, so use it very precise. The next component of art of seduction is intrigue. For example, you start to date with a guy, you don't really know about him anything, but of course, as a special agent, as a spy, first things you need to do is do the research. Take your laptop, computer, whatever, and check everything about this person, including social media. I would say social media is like number one. Now I will take someone's Instagram account and I can tell you straight away what is this person about, who is this person, what's his interest, is he confident, what's the level of his self-confidence and all that. You check all the social media, you check his website if he has, you check everything. So you do your research. Then you check the company he works in, or maybe it's his company or wherever. So you check where does he work. You check Instagram accounts or like social media accounts of his colleagues and his boss and the company he's in. So you kind of understand what's his inner circle. Because seduction is not just about your target, it's about his inner circle. You need to seduce his circle too. Because every one of us, we are seeking for validation. Let me introduce you to my new girlfriend. Or let me introduce you to Roza. Is she good enough for you guys? Is she credible enough? Is she good enough for me for like to date or like have a business relationship? Let's check her, right? That's how we always estimate different people. We understand like, is it okay to trust this person? Can I bring this person to my parents? Can I bring this person to my colleagues? We always estimate each other, which is quite normal. So I teach you here how to win any estimations, how to be the best. So anywhere you would go, people like you entering for a new job, and of course, apart from you, there are other, people looking for the same job, maybe like 1,000 people, maybe less, who knows? But how to do the right thing so you would be above from all your competitors. Intrigue, mysteriousness, self-confidence, also brain programming techniques where you can program yourself for the success and you program someone else to make the decision you want. Neurolinguistic techniques. All this together makes you the perfect person above anyone else. You just become the best version of yourself. Also, you don't need to make yourself too available. These techniques are secret for one reason. Because when you become the best version of yourself, you become the leader. Obviously, in the society, different governments, they want you to follow rules. They want people to do what other people do. So it's easier to control people. But when you become the leader, when you become and you live out of matrix, out of the box, and you still live according to the rules, okay? I don't tell you that you become illegal, no, but you still live according to the rules of the society and the government, the country you live, but you make it in the right way. Imagine you following the rules, but you make these rules works for you. You make your life much easier because you know how to move. You know how to compete with others. You know how to be the best. And this is different sort of skills. That's exactly what the spy school teach us. They make from a human being a superhuman being, just using these psychological techniques like neurolinguistic programming, like persuasion, like influence, like seduction. That's what you use. And imagine you walk into the world with these techniques, and it just makes your life much, much easier, especially for women in the patriarchal world, where this world sort of controlled by men. But what if I tell you that you, knowing these techniques, you can control man? Hence, you control the world through man. The art of seduction based on this principle. The more your target thinks about you, the more he falls for you. The more he understands that, oh, I think about this woman all the time. I probably am in love. But in fact, it's a strategy which you built. You made it work for him. He thinks this is love and infatuation, and he thinks this is like seduction and all that. In fact, this is a mechanism. It's a strategy which you did. You built it. You created. He just lives in it. Because in this beautiful world, in this beautiful aura you created for him, he feels the alpha male. He feels the Superman. He loves this condition because he feels the best. The best. And of course, he will fall in love with you more and more. And he thinks about you. And you doing these techniques like emotional swings, like intrigue and mysteriousness, of course, he will think about you all the time. For those women who are already in a long-term relationship with partners, like husbands, for example, living more like 10 years, and you feel that the sparkle is not there because you're too overwhelmed with a lot of life routine, same story. You can use this intrigue and mysteriousness to put again into your life where your partner would be more intrigued, and it's something different when you're so unpredictable that it's a new day, a new you. That's what I'm talking about. So if you would like to learn more techniques, welcome to the website rozaclub.com. Please ask me any questions. Drop me an email pr@aliaroza.com or DM me in Instagram, anywhere, like drop the comment here. I'm happy to answer your questions. So keep in touch.